What's going on, guys? Nate Gould here. I just want to do a quick introduction for this new video. It's going up on a lot of channels and stuff like that. I didn't really want to waste time if I didn't want to put it on home front or anything like that, so I didn't want to waste time in the actual gameplay. But I'm bringing you a 67-3, 67-3 domination on fire range, and I just want you to pay attention to how I move the map. I played defending a lot. I didn't play the objective too much. I got 2 caps, 8 defends. But we didn't really need to capture a lot. We 3-capped it. We were 3-capped most of the game. But I just want you to pay attention to how I move around their spawn and move through the objective to keep them off of it and do different things to defend. I just controlled the map really well, so pay attention to that. And today we have a little real-life topics. I hope you enjoy. Later. Alright, guys. Let's get into this bad boy. I hope you guys, enjoy my little vlog introduction. Put a man behind the face. This is going up on a lot of different channels, so I figured I'd give myself a visual. Hello. So today I have kind of a big question. Not really a big question, but a question for you guys that's not really video game related, but YouTube related. And do you think YouTube can help you get a job? Pretty simple question. I'm going to give my opinion. I do think so in some ways. I don't think I could put, NavyBoy92 as a reference of my work ethics or anything like that, but I think as being a commentator and making YouTube videos, it gives you certain skills that could impress someone in like an interview or something like that. And I guess if you did graphics, like I know the COD Gamer, is that it? The COD Gamer, I believe. I don't know, his name is Daniel Hoppen or whatever on my Skype list, but he makes some really amazing edits and he's 14. If he went to school for video game design, or not for video game design, for graphic design, and he constantly, kept doing these videos all the way through now until he finished college, he could have a pretty amazing portfolio. If he went to a company who needed commercial, I mean, some of the stuff, if I saw in a commercial, because all he does is you can just change the videos in the template, and if I saw a commercial like that, not only would I buy the product, I would make love to it, because he makes some pretty amazing stuff. So you can do things like that, I guess, if you do graphics, and you want to do stuff like that. You could, start your portfolio. Like, he's 14. If he started a portfolio now, by the time he was 22, 21, getting out of, finishing college or whatever, he'd be in a really good position to get a really nice job. And just imagine how good he can get. But also, I think interviewing skills is important. I'm a really good public speaker. I always have been. I have no problems talking in groups. I, aced my public speaking class without even, without even breaking a sweat. It was super easy. So I'm a good public speaker, so I know, I don't know, I don't have any problems doing interviews and stuff like that, but sometimes interviewers could throw you off. I remember a couple interviews asked me about, random stuff, what's my favorite quote about success, what do I think about this, stuff that wasn't really directed to work, but things that possess good life qualities that could, carry over into work. So it's all kind of relevant. You have to have one-on-one conversations with someone, right now I'm talking computer screen. And it was kind of hard at first, you have to try to motivate a crowd and stuff like that, get people listening and interested in what you're talking about, but you don't even know, who's watching this, you don't have a target audience, what's their reactions, you can't, use their reactions, you can't use their, feedback to adjust your speech or your, while you're talking. Because right now all I can see is the computer screen. I don't know who is going to watch this. I don't know what country you're from. I don't know what language you speak primarily. I don't know what language you speak secondarily. So I just have to try to appeal to everyone, and it's hard to do. So when you learn to commentate pretty good, it gets really easy that when you have a one-on-one conversation, now you have that feedback. You're like, wow, this is so much easier than commentating. So, you have that person there. Even doing dual comms, you're talking to a random person. You may know them. You may have talked to them on Skype, but you're not sitting there looking at them. When you're looking at a person, you can, you have nothing to talk about. You can be like, oh, I see you like freaking Abercrombie. Yeah, so do I. My favorite store is. But when you're seeing someone, you can actually make, you can use physical things around you and your surroundings to find something to talk about. When you're just speaking to someone over Skype, you don't really know what they're looking at. But you still, me and Svendy had a 30-minute dual comm. That was the first time we talked. We just had a good conversation. So, and it's because I had done dual comms before, and we're good at picking conversational topics, trying to find interest, He's in the business. He knows I'm not in the business, but, we're both in college. We related on that. We talked about, where he is in college, where I'm in college. And it just gave us a lot of talk about video games and similar interests. So you can kind of find that, doing dual comms, you can learn how to create conversation and think in the moment. Same thing with commentaries, just spur of the moment thing. You can pop up and stuff like that. Another thing, editing can take a long time, especially if you made a montage. It's kind of tedious, and yeah, you see that flying guy? It's kind of tedious, and it can take a long time. There's definitely the editing process of making commentaries is not my favorite. It's very tedious, and I don't like doing it. I wish there was a way I could just commentate and it would be there, like, you know, a freaking fairy in my room that did my commentaries. I love doing the commentaries. I love posting them and doing the gameplays, but the actual editing is not the best. It's kind of tedious. So, you know, if you're at an interview and they said, what skills do you have that make you, you know, what other skills do you have that make you qualified for this job? Well, I could say, well, I've been a commentator for a long time. I have, you know, my videos are seen by hundreds of people on a weekly basis, so I know how to relate to different crowds. I'm a very good people person because I've done dual comms. I have a one-on-one skill. I'm good at finding things to talk about. Things like, you know, if you're working on a community channel, you got to, you know, people need chances. You know, there's requirements and stuff like that, so that you got to set rules and regulations, and you have to try to appeal to everyone, so you can be like, well, I have some leadership skills. I'm good with dealing with people, because I ran a channel where a lot of people come to me for advice and help. You know, stuff like that. I do a lot of editing. I spend hours editing, which I don't like to do, so I can do tedious jobs. But when I do them, I make sure I have the best quality, because you always want the best quality in your YouTube videos. I mean, it sounds weird, but it's all relevant. And I think if you would have said that to an interview, they kind of would have been interested by it. You know, like if someone came up to me and was just like, I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, but I'm interested. You know, those are good qualities, and how you get them may be unorthodox, but it's a good thing that you have them, no matter how you get them. So, I definitely think it could help you get a job. Like I said, unless you're really doing like some kind of editing on gameplays and stuff like that. I mean, if you're just doing commentaries, I don't know if you can really show that unless you're trying to get a commentator position for something. Like if you want to be like the guy who commentates the pig races or something like that, or the horse races or whatever. I actually applied for a job like that once. You know, like you're like, come around the left corner, pick number 8. Do. I thought it would just be fun. But so unless you're trying to do something like that, I don't think it would really be too helpful unless you're doing like something that you can put in commercials like graphic design. But you do learn skills from doing commentaries and being a commentator. And I think it's something everyone should think about. If you have any other ways that you think YouTube can actually help you get a job, besides for becoming a partnership, please like and comment. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you'll be seeing more of me. I'll talk to you later.